Hi, it's Peggy from Creative Scraps, and I thought I would grab some scraps in my scrap bin, and a shipping tag, and some Close My Heart inks, some Create a Shade Peril paint that I'm going to use, some glossy accents, these designer brads from Close to My Heart, gold, bronze, and silver, and I'm going to try this stamp set, which is A Treasured Life, and it's D1306, and this is in the new Close to My Heart fall or autumn and winter catalog. I'm going to use this set, and we'll go from there. I have no idea what I'm creating. It's going to be a tag. It's going to have, I think I'm going to use this flower right here, and we'll do some burst the mark and clear embossing on it. Alright, here we go. So I have my tag, my shipping tag, and I grabbed a bunch of scraps from my scrap bin. The first thing I'm going to do is set these aside right here. First thing I'm going to do is I want to crinkle these up, and with Close My Heart paper, when you do this, it's a little bit easier if you get them wet a little bit. I'm going to get them wet just a little bit. Alright, and now I'm just going to roll. These are just the scallop punch. It's just like this. Close My Heart sells the scallop punch. This is the 1 1/4 inch circle, but they sell we sell a scallop punch to punch these little scallop things out. Also, now we have the Art Philosophy cartridge from Cricut that teamed up with Close My Heart, and you can cut these out on your Cricut. So if you don't have a punch, and this is all I'm doing right now for these, really squishing them up. Okay, and squish them, squish them, squish them. We're going to set them aside. We'll finish those in a little bit. Alright, the first thing I want to do is cover my tag, and I'm going to use brown cardstock for that. So I grabbed a scrap out of my scrap bin, and the shipping tag fits perfectly on here. So I'm just going to take any old adhesive, any kind of adhesive you want, you can use. This is what I have on hand right this moment in my room. I have Tombow adhesive is what I prefer to use. It's what Close My Heart sells. I just don't have one sitting right in front of me. So I'm going to line it up edge to edge so I can get a good line, just like that. And these shipping tags you can get any office supply store. I bought, there's one that's about 45 minutes away from me, but it's worth driving to because you can get them for 5 cents a piece. So I buy 100. It's like so inexpensive. So we'll do that. Let's get rid of our scraps. So now we have a shipping tag. Okay, we will punch our hole in a bit. So actually, let's punch the hole now. And you know what? Do you think I could find my crocodile? No, but I do have a hole punch right here. So just go ahead and punch that hole now, just to have it done and out of the way. So we have that. Now what I want to do is I want to add a little bit of texture to this tag. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my Fiskars paper trimmer, and I'm going to draw some embossing lines on this tag. And what I'm going to do is I opened up my paper trimmer, slid my tag in, and so I'm just going to do like a 1/2 inch all the way around the tag. And I'm just going to score it. Just my bone folder, I'm just scoring the paper. Okay. And actually, I'm going to see if I flip this over, it will make a big difference here. Yep, so, because I'm going to sand this off, so I want the bump on the top part. So I would score it from the bottom side down, because it kind of gives it the raised indentation on the front. and 1/2 inch on all 4 sides. Now I have no rhyme or reason for this tag. I have no directions. This is just Freebie Fridays is probably what I should call them. Creative Freebie Fridays, Creative Fridays, and it's to go along with Creative Scraps. So you see how we have a raised indentation? What's special about Close to My Heart paper is it's a white core base paper. So now I'm going to just take sandpaper. You can take sandpaper, you can take a sanding block, an emerald board, and I'm going to sand the edges of where it was raised up from the back side. And if you just do it lightly, you don't have to do it hard, just lightly, it's going to raise, it's going to remove some of that paper color, and it's going to show the white in the middle, and that's how we get a lot of our distressed look. And that's what's wonderful about Close to My Heart cardstock, is that it has white core in the middle, and you can expose it to give a vintage distressed look. Now I'm just going around the edges. I want it a little bit more distressy. I want this to be shown just a little bit more, so I'm just going to bend it just a bit, just to run my sandpaper down the edges. Because usually when you do scoring, you will bend it so you can get the score line. So we'll just clean off our spot. So there's our tag so far. It's very simple and easy. Now I want to ink the edges, and I'm going to take chocolate ink because I'm using chocolate paper. And let me grab my chocolate sponge tool from Close to My Heart. I'm going to open up my ink pad, and I'm just going to ink the edges. Now I'm just doing it really lightly because I want some of the white to show through. And this just gives it a little bit dimension. And it's hard to see the ink because it's tone on tone, but it's really, you can really see the difference. It's just a very subtle, more distressed look. Okay, so now I'm going to want some sort of base in here. I have no idea what size this is. So what I'm going to do on our paper trimmer, another great tool, is this, which is a ruler. So I'm going to take my tag, and I'm going to set my tag line at 1, so it's 2 inches. This is a 2-incher. So I want to go, a little smaller than 2 inches, and put at the 1. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 1/4. So I'm going to do a rough cut. We'll do a rough cut. So we'll first start at 2. We're going to actually go less than 2. So 1 3/4. And then we'll go 4 3/4. A little under. So we're going to do it a little bit smaller. Now this is all guesstimating. I have no instructions in front of me, nothing to tell me what I'm doing. I'm doing this all by my head. I'm also going to do this. I'm going to run the this is just inexpensive sandpaper, because I've had to buy more sanding blocks because I wear them out. So this is what I have handy to me. So now I'm going to put that on my tag. Wipe away the little flyaways there. Alright, looking pretty good. Now, I want to stamp. I'm going to take this image right here, and I have no idea what I'm doing. I don't know how it's gonna come about, but I'm gonna Versamark it. On the center, and I'm actually going to put a scrap piece over the bottom because I don't want it to go onto the brown. It's very, very faint, but I'm going to put some embossing powder on it. This is white embossing powder. I thought it was clear, but it's white, and actually that's what I wanted anyway. I keep mine in a little container so I can just scoop. Scoop and tap. Set off to the side. Now it's going to get a little noisy because I am going to heat emboss. There it goes. Takes just a minute. Perfect. So I did a white embossing, Versamark with white white embossing to pop that off. Okay, that's looking kind of cute. Let's see. Let's do this little grateful. Or let's see, wait. Love is spoken here. Treasures of life's moments. Oh, I like this one. Let's do the plant smiles, grow love, laughs, and harvest love. And I'm going to do that on another little cream base that I had extra laying around here. I'm going to do that in black. Let's do it in black, just for some little contrast here. And I'm just going to stamp it right in the corner. See how easy that is? Cute and easy. Alright. I'm going to take my paper trimmer. I'm going to trim this out. So, and I'm going to take the chocolate ink again with my sponger and ink the edges. Okay. That's going to go on here. Now let's go back to my flower that I was creating. Now, what I want to do is I want to take, since they're still a little wet, but that's perfectly okay. I'm going to take some Pacifica blue ink, and I'm just going to pounce on them just to give them some color, to keep with the theme of the color in the middle. And this is really random. You don't even have to be perfect. Art should not be, you should not be so worried about being a perfectionist when you're creating from your heart. Just do it with simpleness and love. Okay, what I'm going to do now is, what I did is I took my Create a Shade paint, pearl paint, and I squeezed a little bit into one of these little craft jars that Close to My Heart sells, which is kind of really nice. And this way I can just dip my finger in it. I'm going to dip my finger into the paint, and I'm just going to rub it on this flower. Just really simple. I'm just trying to get a little bit of an effect. You could use a paintbrush. Oops. Okay, now I'm going to put some on my finger, dab it off to here, and I'm going to take and I'm just going to rub a little bit on this. I'm just rubbing it, just oh so slightly. Just slightly, just to give it a little bit of shimmer. Okay, close that up. Now, because this is ink and it's still kind of wet, I'm going to touch it with the heat tool real quick. Just really quick. Alright, now I'm going to take 2 of these flowers, and the first one I'm going to start cutting, and I'm just going to do, oops, see it ripped a little bit because it's still wet, but that's okay because it doesn't matter because I'm going to make a flower. We're going to make one of our flowers that we love to create. So you're going to cut it just like that. This one, you're going to do the same thing. Cut all the way around into a spiral, like those spiraled roses. I also have a technique on my blog, or on my YouTube channel, for spiraled roses, paper roses. Alright, so now we're going to take this one and we're going to start to roll really, really tight. Extremely tight. I'm going to make the little rosebud that goes in the center of the carnation or rose, or and so when you get to here, we're going to snip the tail off because we're not going to be using that. Snip that off. Take our liquid glass from Close to My Heart. We're going to sprinkle some of this on here. Okay, and fold it over. Hold it in place for a couple seconds. You can fan out your petals so you make a little rosebud like that. Okay. So while that's setting up, so we'll set that right there, we're going to take this one, we're going to do the same thing, but this time, instead of cutting it off, we're going to start right from where we left off. We're going to add some glue. We're going to take this rosebud, and right where we left off, like where those petals meet, we're going to join them up again, like that, and then start to roll the flower. Now this time you don't want to roll as tightly, just loose. Just very loosely. We'll go around. When we get to here, we still go around. Okay. Like that. So you end up with a flower that looks like this. Squeeze some on here. And then what I do is I like to pounce it to get it so it comes up a little bit. So it unrolls just a little bit, not a lot. See, to me that's plenty because the size flower I'm going to be making, that's plenty. Okay, so keep that like that. What I'm going to do with this one is I'm going to add some glossy accents in the middle, not gloss, liquid glass, sorry, and I'm going to offset the petals. Okay. Squeeze some more in the center, a really nice generous amount of liquid glass. I'm going to add our rosebud to the center, whoops, to the center of the carnation. So it's going to be like a little mini carnation. And then I'm going to pull up my centers. Just pull them up so it comes up. Even the bottom one, I'm going to roll them up like that. Okay? We want that to stick. Sometimes you can add a little bit more of liquid glass to help it really, well, because the pearl paint and stuff, I didn't let it really dry because I was just doing this on the whim. So you'll end up with a little flower like that. So let's start building. Let's get some ribbon from Close to My Heart's series collection, and let's take the silk one. What we're going to do is tie this around the base. Just snip that off. Make sure I'm in camera. I'm going to tie this little bow down here. It's going to be just a slip knot. I'm just going to tie a slip knot because I'm going to put my flower over it. Okay, let those dangle or like that. I'm going to take my liquid glass, add a nice generous amount, and I'm going to push that right into there. Oop, my flower came out. It was stuck to my finger. See, I told you this was just on a whim. There would be no editing. I don't edit my videos. I don't think I need to edit my videos. Let's see. I'll be right back looking for pop dots. Grab some foam tape, add a little piece of foam tape to the back of the little saying, and pull it off. And I'm gonna add it right here. I'm gonna take some more of that ribbon, just a little piece of it, not much. And I'm going to go ahead and swirl it in here for the tag top. Okay. Clip my ends to make them look pretty. Clip these so they'll be pretty. Alright. And do I want a brad on there? Nah. Well, yeah, let's add one. Why not, right? Let's see. Let's see. How about we do a bronzy one? Put it right in the hole, just to make it more of a finished tag. So there we are. So there's our finished tag. Simple, just a bunch of scraps I had laying around, grabbed a shipping tag, created my own little flower with a punch, and added some Close to My Heart ribbon, some inks, some embossing powders, some bling, a little saying from a stamp set. Fun, easy, creative. So why don't you get out your stamps that you have laying around, your scraps, and create something that will inspire you to give to someone that you love. Take care. Thanks.